Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of God. Matthew chapter 19, verse 14. With heartfelt sorrow, we announce the tragic passing of our beloved gem, Akim Monrose, also known as Akoko, or Big Boy, of Montsepa. Akim was called to meet his maker on Friday, May 19, 2023. He left us at the tender age of 10 years. Akim was predeceased by his grandfather, Lawrence Ray Scott of Groseley. Left to mourn his loss and cherish his beautiful memories are his devoted and caring parents, Alicia Monrose of Montsepa and Vaughan Pierre-Louis of Mondador, employed with Shugani Industries at Bois-de-Wages. Grandmothers, Philomene Solomon of Montsepa, Norma Herman of Bella Rosa, Groseley. Adopted grandmother, Esther Minville Alfred and family of Montsepa. Grandfather, Sylvanus Monrose, a landscaper of Mark. Adopted grandfathers, James Herman, a taxi operator of Bella Rosa, Groseley. Thomas Jean-Baptiste of Montsepa, employed with the Castries City Council. Great-grandparents, Nichols and Sylvian Jeremy of Cabiche and their family. His aunts include Rhea Herman Popo, employed with Sanders Halcyon and her family, Cindy Solomon and family of Balata, Desma DeMay of Laguerre, employed with Sanders Grand and her family, Zita Joseph of Martinique and her family, Melissa Jean-Baptiste of Mark and her family. Uncles include Dennis Solomon of Cabiche, Bertram Johannes of Cabiche and his children, Mervyn Alexander in Connecticut, USA, Kenrick Herman in Connecticut, USA, and his daughter Kylie Kenzo Herman of Bexar, Dallas Gardner of Danbury, USA, McGarvey Monrose of Montsepa, Daniel Girahou of Mark and his family, Moses Solomon, Kyle Solomon, who was also his godfather. Grand aunts include Sylvan Edward of Kako Babino and her family, Jacinta Remy, supervisor at the Babino Constituency Council, Nella Remy, employed with the St. Lucia Postal Service, Catherine Kafara and family of Martinique, Pamela Prosper, Jennifer Smith, Edgitha Jean-Baptiste, Rosemary Tingle and their families, all in the U.S., Nadia Pierre-Louis of Mondador, Benny Nicholas of Lafayette-Monchy, Jessica of Plateau and her family, children of the late Frances Joseph of Laguerre and their families, children of the late Magdalene Monrose of Marcia. Granduncles include Jerry Remy of Cabiche and his children, DeFreitas Remy, employed with Windjammer Landings, Joseph Preville of Babino and his family, Ignatius Baptiste, also known as Tibor Boy of Babino. Cherished cousins include Danica Solomon of Dennery, Demisha Solomon of Cabiche, Nicola Joseph of Montsepa, Sandy Joseph of Montsepa, Janet Doam and family in France, Kingsley Joseph of Montsepa. Godmother, Frances Elibox of Inglewood, Granivier. Special friends, Joseph Saint-Gis of Montsepa, Rich and Thick Seymour's Guy of La Panse, Justin and Tadisha of Montsepa, Vicky Pierre-Louis of Mondador, Nasamia Pierre-Louis of Mondador, Samia and Ernie Julian of Inglewood, Julie Lord of Degazon, Miguel of Montsepan. Drivers Nixon Benoit of Mobility Express and Emmanuel. Akim is also survived by Trevor Johannes of Cabbage and one sibling, Rian George of Cabbage, student of the Barbano Secondary School. Families. The Solomon families of Montsepan, the Monrose families of Montsepan Mark, the Jeremy, Remy, and Joanna's families of Cabiche and abroad, the Preville families of Cabiche and Babonneau, the Cerebral Palsy Association, students and staff of the Donata Multipurpose Disability Center, other relatives, friends, and acquaintances too numerous to mention. Family, friends, and well-wishers are invited to join us as we give thanks and celebrate the life of our beloved Akim Monrose on Wednesday, 12th July 2023 at 2:30 p.m. at the Full Gospel Deliverance Tabernacle in Granivier, Grosvenor. Thereafter, the body will be taken to its final resting place at the Babonneau Cemetery. Please note that persons are not allowed to take photos during or after the service. Thank you for respecting our privacy. Akim's body now lies in the professional care of Crick's Funeral Home in Vidwootey. May Akim's beautiful soul rest in God's eternal peace, gone but will never be forgotten. Kindly note, a light green coaster will be by the square next to the cathedral from 1 p.m. and will leave at 1:30 p.m. to proceed to the church. Please be guided accordingly.